To produce the magic that you need to get to where you need to go. So awareness for me, or magician card, whatever you want to call it, is having the tools but not always being aware or taking the time to understand that you do. So this could easily be a block. Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. And I didn't know why I was picking this deck today, but the word hidden is. That's the reason why I took it. There's never any coincidences for me. Never any. What are you missing, Pisces? Okay, Spirit, show Pisces what they're missing here. I know they're complicating things for nothing. They need to keep themselves flexible. But why is it that it's escaping? Like, it feels like it's escaping their... I don't know, it's just escaping. Oh. The Diamond Dreamer. Material wealth through prosperity. The cosmos. Creativity and vastness. Okay, interesting. When I saw both of these cards, all I thought was, these are two very things. This is, first of all, the material, physical world, and this is the spiritual world. And that's what we've been talking about together. I'm going to tell you what I feel right now. With both these cards, when I saw them, the first thing I thought is that you don't know, first of all, you have to put them together, but it seems that you can be part of the spiritual and part of the physical, but it feels like you have a hard time putting them together. It's almost like when you practice in your physical world, like manifesting, it's like you forget that you can do it through your spiritual world as well. What kind of example can I give them? Show me something where the physical and the spiritual can get together. See, this is the problem. I can't show you an example because this is what you're not seeing as well. They're showing me that this is a part that you are not understanding or not seeing. Okay, so let me check the book. Let's see. It's 6 and 41, 5. So you have 5 and 6. So I would say, you know, spiritually involve yourself in manifesting what you want and then try to create it in the physical world. Try not to separate both, even though it's so easy to do. It's like when we start manifesting in our physical world, we forget that we can use our spirituality to try and get what we want, the creativity and the intuition that comes through with it. Interesting. It's so interesting the way this is coming through, Pisces. It's like you're splitting up things, and when you're in one mode of manifesting, you can't use the other one. That's what I keep getting. Oh, wow. Okay, things are moving around in here. Oh, okay. So, this is successful manifestation of the unseen material world. Okay? Okay. So, this is saying that they're committed to get these things to you. Okay? But they're talking about messages from Spirit as well. That Spirit's going to serve to guide you towards achieving your heart's desire. So, I do feel that it's like trying to get these two to work together in tandem. Okay? But everything is in steps and harmonious steps. Okay, so it challenges you to address your perception of the power of materialism. Do you focus on the material world above all else? And this is what I'm thinking. It's like you're thinking that they're split. Okay? You're thinking that they're different. Have you become hypnotized to the notion that this is the only reality? This is what I'm feeling. Like it's when you focus on money, you know, focus on this. This is it. This is what I'm focused on. And you don't use any of your other power. That wand becomes a stick only. Instead of realizing the magic in the wand, you get to the material part of it where you think it's just a stick. I hope you guys are getting, okay? Find value in both the wealth and the spiritual experience of it. And this is what I'm getting. Before anything is seen reflected in the manifest world, it originates in the unseen. So this is the magic. This is the answer for you, Pisces. Okay? So I asked a question that gave me the answer. The problem here is that you're not tapping into the unseen. Okay? The divine mind. When you're trying to manifest something. Love, career, you're not tapping into that part. Yeah, this is about that. Let's see what this one has to say, but it's exactly what I'm thinking. The cosmos is there to help you, to remind you that it is, everything starts there. It's thoughts. You think it's a thought. Yeah, it is a thought, but you're sending it out as manifestation, right? Yeah, you give me a hard time with this because you're having a hard time with this. Okay, you're having a hard time with this. This is never a challenger. Because this had a challenge, an ally, and a challenger. And the challenger is that you're separating these two. The cosmos is never a challenger. So this is the magic that you are ignoring. This is what they want me to tell you. And it's written, the cosmos appear always as an ally and never a challenger. That's the first sentence. Okay? Creativity in all forms is represented by the cosmos. This is to place your creative mind in this place, and they will be successful. You're always co-creating with the divine. Okay? It represents the principle of infinity and vastness of the energetic exchange influencing all living things. Every intention we set, in fact, contagious with power. Okay? And then we entangled ourselves at the deepest energetic place. But we can't help but have an effect. Okay? From an individual level to a global one, they're saying. Okay? So open up to the awareness, the creativity inside of you. Because you will be able to influence the outer world. They're also mentioning be careful how you use this. Okay? Because it's very powerful. Keep taking actions to your goal. Like, don't just sit in a creative mind and just look at the material stuff and go, I want more of this rock. Without putting the intention, the action towards it. Okay? Because this is when you stay stuck. This is when you stay stuck in this wheel. Okay, Pisces. Whoa. I think this is going to kill me. This reading is going to kill me. I'm trying to understand. But I understand now what the challenge is for you, Pisces. It's that wonderful thing that we get as we become human. We separate the physical and the spiritual. We do this because, well, at some level we are very different. At another, though, we are very much integrated. But sometimes it's hard to put these two back together again. Alright, so let's pull some more cards here. Let's see what else they have to say. It's pretty clear, though. Okay, so this Hermit card is different than the other. the normal one, because this is the after tarot. You have help, okay? Just thinking of the physical world as like having a box full, it is like a box full of magic and only using one of the things in the box. This Hermit card is saying if you go internally, you're going to see you have the snake, you have the wolf, you have the mountain, you have the view, you have the stars, you have the light. Okay, the normal hermit usually just have his staff and his light, but there's so much more, and it's so much bigger than you think. You have to remember this. You have to become aware that you're not utilizing everything that you can. Yeah. Okay, so there's the childlike joy card. It's saying to run back to that, okay? These kids have been called in. So Spirit is calling you in. This is what it's saying right here. It's calling you in. I always like this card because it reminds me that when we first get here, we remember where we come from. Because we've just arrived, right? We just come from spiritual form back into body form. And a lot of us have probably a lot more going for us as we're born. Again, things happen, our path develops, our journey starts or begins, and the conflicts arise that are supposed to. But with some of that, we forget our spirituality or where we come from. So they're saying, run back to that, okay? As the children are running back towards the parent, you have to realize that you got to run back to your source of who you are. The cosmos, the universe, the source of all things. This one is in reverse, showing me that, yeah, okay, the sky is clearing. If you see in the background, the sky is clearing and the situation is now done. So they're hoping that you're going to get a clearer view of what you're supposed to be doing now. Okay, with this reading, you're going to be going, ooh, I forgot to tap into that spiritual side. I may have used it at the beginning to try to manifest, but then I got focused and stuck on what I was trying to create, forgetting to tap back into it. Okay, absolutely. Right. The Page of Swords, always reminding me that, okay, the mind here, when left to its own, can be, don't let it out by itself. I always say, don't let your mind go out alone. Do not let it go out by itself. It can cause a lot of damage. It's too little to go out on its own. Don't let it go out on its own. Okay? So instead call in the rest of you. Okay? The spirituality to help, your spirit guides, your past loved ones, your inner self, that spiritual light, the light of source. Okay? Call them in to try to round up this little mind that went nuts. Okay? That kind of took you to a different way, to a different path. Okay? Ooh. Yeah. In this card, you've transitioned, okay? You're going from the boat onto the shore. So this is telling me that just with a little bit of help, you also have a child here in this, okay? So with a little bit of help, you're going to manage to transition out of this. Transition into realizing what's going on, what's happening. All you need is to become aware of it. That's it. You've just got to bring awareness to the situation. That's the most important part. When you bring awareness to the situation, things are going to clear up for you. Okay? Page of Wands. Yeah. In the Page of Wands, usually in the card, you have the page looking up at the stick, distracted by the stick, you know? Like, ooh. I always call him my little selfie dude, because if that was a selfie stick in today's world, that would definitely be the Page of Wands. But I feel like he's been snapped out of it now, and he's walking away. He's figuring it out. I feel this is motion and action towards meeting the challenge and realizing what's going on. I feel this is momentary for you, Pisces. I don't think it's going to last. I think you know what's going on. You're understanding that you got distracted for a moment. It happens to all of us. Okay? Don't blame yourself so hard, as from what I'm hearing from Spirit. We created this duality when we came here as human beings. Because if we were meant to be integrated, there'd be never any challenges to our lives. We'd kind of just, things would just be, ta-da, answer to everything. We just never ever feel the contrast of anything. So the contrast of spiritual and physical are also a thing, okay? It's something that sometimes we need to snap out of it when we, it's something we can utilize. This is why we're never just spirit, and thus I don't know. I haven't met anybody who doesn't split these up, okay? It's easy to fall back into just being into the physical, into the everyday, into this, this is a crystal and I can feel it, and this is concrete, and the rest of me, well, whatever. Oh, I have dirt. What is this, Pisces? What is this? Okay. Distraction. Squirrel. Okay, so there we go. All right, so I love about the card underneath this. You have the Ten of Wands. If you look at him, he looks like, what the heck just happened, okay? So you're back to the one wand. The rest have fallen down. This is all the distractions. This is you simplifying. This is you realizing that you got to tap into something, different than what you have been. You're getting muddled. I feel like there's a snap to here. There's a lot of snap tos. Especially with these pages, I feel like they've even this one, he's looking at the sword going, what the heck is this? What am I doing here? Oh, look, there's people. What? It's like a snapping, and this one is like, okay, well, I'm done being distracted. I'm going to walk towards what I need. Even this king was like, what's going on? But he's getting this. Spirit is coming in to give him what he needs to get to where he needs to go. Okay? So if you have been feeling disimbalance or feel like you've been stuck behind a door that just doesn't unlock, realizing that the door is just a freestanding door and you can just step all around the door, it's going to come to you at this point. This is what they're showing me, that you're trying to unlock a door, but it's one of these freestanding doors and there's no walls around it. You could just walk around. So this is another case of flexibility. This is another case of ebb and flow. The rock that's in front of you is a physicality rock. It's one that's your everyday. It's the reality, not the creativity. The reality that we've been used to living in for so long. The one that has all kinds of limitations. And as you're trying to create your new reality, you've tapped into that, to those limitations that used to be. Forgetting for a moment that you have no limitations. Okay? So, anyway, I hope that is as clear. Today, yesterday. Okay, so it's written, call of the blocks, what came in was awareness on the weekend when I pulled this card. And the oracles was call of the muse. And then opening to discovery. So for me, call of the muse is inspiration. Okay? Inspiration, I do believe, comes from the cosmos. Where did the idea come from at the beginning? Okay? Who inspired you? Of course, it's your infinite, boundless self. Okay? Call of the muse. You believe that you could create anything. That comes from spiritual. Okay, that's something that inspires you, that lifts you up, that vibrates you higher. So open back up to that discovery and become aware again. That's all that's saying to you, Pisces. Just become aware of what's happening. Okay? All right. So, yeah. Yeah. I hope that you've enjoyed this. I'm sending you lots of love, light, and blessings. I hope you all have eureka moments and produce the most mind-blowing things that the world's ever seen. I leave you with this, Pisces. I send you love, light, blessings twice now. Do it 3, 4 times. And awakening and awareness. Take care. I will see you tomorrow.